Hello, hello, hello. My name is Lance with NoStigmas.
And I'm Maggie with NoStigmas.
And we are here today to talk to you about Mental Health Action Day. We are usually behind the camera, behind the keyboard, but today we thought we would take action of our own and step into the light to share with you some of our personal lived experiences and how they relate to the mental health work that we do here at NoStigmas.
We're also going to be reacting to some representations of mental illness, some that are positive and some that we think have some challenges to them.
And today we're going to be looking at some workshops and programs, highlights that we do here at NoStigmas so that we can help you answer some of those questions and give you those solutions that you're looking for. We want to thank you one more time again for being with us today as we talk and as we take action by sharing our stories. We also want to remind you, if you so feel inclined to give today or any time in the year, please visit nostigmas.org/donate to give directly to NoStigmas and our work and our programming to help empower advocates and allies in our communities. Or we have a few other ways like Amazon Smile or PayPal Giving or Facebook or Instagram, all those fun things. So head over to our link tree at NoStigmas. Link is on the screen. All right, awesome. We hope that you're ready to jump in. Maggie, are you ready to get started?
I am ready to get started, Lance.
All right, so first up, let's do a really quick just get to know us before we get started. So like we said, we are NoStigmas. If you're here for the first time, welcome. Go ahead and scan that QR code to visit nostigmas.org and get to know more about our programs and resources. So here at NoStigmas, we are a Chicago-based nonprofit organization offering peer-to-peer community support networks built for and by those whose lives are affected by mental illness and suicide. Since 2011, NoStigmas' international network has grown to include over 85,000 members actively advocating for spaces free of stigmas. So we're not a self-care resource. We're not someone you come to when you're in an immediate crisis. We encourage you to please contact the suicide prevention hotline if that is a situation that you find yourself in or someone that you love. But we are able to support people and educate people on what it means to be advocates in their communities, in their schools, in their workplaces. So through impactful programming grounded in a community, sharing their lived experiences, which Maggie and I are doing today, members are empowered to advocate for themselves and those around them, practice self-care, which of course is part of it, provide peer support, and take positive action during both everyday interactions and dynamic local events. So advocacy in action is why we are here today.
Yes.
Again, Mental Health Action Day. Please, if you haven't already, follow us on all of our social medias at NoStigmas. And again, scan the QR code to learn more about us after today.
These are the personal opinions of members of the NoStigmas community of advocates speaking to their lived experiences with mental health, just as they would in our blog, podcast, or any other media per our terms of use at nostigmas.org/TOU. We are proud of their visibility in sharing their stories, not as clinicians or doctors, but as resilient human people.
The first one is our advocacy training, ally and advocate training program. Again, this is free and also can be sponsored if your organization does sponsorships. It can be delivered in person and also virtually. And basically, it teaches you those skills. The skills that you would need to be an advocate are really simple. It's understanding people, seeing them where they are, really listening, being mindful of stigmatizing language, being mindful of not saying things like, wow, that's so crazy, the weather's so bipolar, things like that. Really being careful and deliberate with the way that we treat each other and ourselves. Don't forget, advocating for yourself is a big part of it. So I would say to learn more about the skills that you need to be an advocate, I would definitely say scan that QR code, go visit nostigmas.org and contact us so that we can get you on the right track with the advocacy training. The next thing I would say for skills that you need, I really would also really encourage looking into our Youth Matter workshop. Again, this is another free or sponsored workshop that can be delivered in person or online. And it trains and supports people who are working with youth and also youth themselves on mental health. So when you talk about skills to be an advocate, we have to understand what to look out for. We're not a crisis response team, but when you think of skills, it's like, well, okay, we need to give you the ears We need to give you the kind of the words. We need to give you those things so that you can navigate situations in life that come up that you may need to be an advocate, or you may feel that you need to be an advocate. Or how you can maybe advocate for yourself in a situation. Maybe you're not feeling heard or seen in your school. You're not feeling like people are listening to you. You don't know how to be heard. So there's a sense of self-advocacy there as well. You made me think of it of whenever you're talking about the smiling and like, you don't know. It's this in my mind saying you don't know. That actually reminds me of our trauma-aware interactions workshop, because there are so many people who are victims of intimate partner violence, domestic violence, rape, abuse, physical, verbal, mental abuse in the home growing up. We do not know what people go through. We just don't. We think, oh yeah, I have no idea what she goes through. No, we really don't know what people go through. So if you want to learn more about the Trauma-Aware Interactions Workshop and how we can be the most mindful of trauma and other people and look at them through that lens of being trauma aware. So at No Stigmas, we have a program that we call Speak. It is one that we haven't talked about today that I want to show you. How do you share your voice? So Speak, just like you would think, is a program that is a little less formal and more of like a coaching. So we will give you guidance and training on how to share your story. Maggie and I have taken action today and put our advocacy to the test in sharing our story with you. And basically what we've done in a really long form that you would do in about a 15-minute form is learn how to tell your story, whatever that story is. Share your voice. How do you do that? How do you craft your mental health history into a succinct deliverable that people will hopefully feel the impact from?
So something that we have done to give some of our advocates and allies and some of our members a voice is through our podcast series. So this is our digital series called Unsilent. And this is where we have given a platform to 12 different guests to really open up and share their stories, share what they've struggled with, share their highs and lows, and really be open and honest about their experiences so that hopefully when other people watch this series, or if you listen to it wherever you listen to podcasts, you will feel empowered to share your story as well, or you'll be able to relate to some of the topics that they're discussing.
All right, our next question, we'll keep on going rapid fire, that comes up a lot that we see is, why do I keep spacing out? Maggie, how would you answer that? You'll learn more in our workplace wellness workshop, and with this idea of how you create like a sustainable, healthy, non-toxic working environment, is to navigate how much of yourself you're willing to disclose, because at the end of the day, like, that's your choice. So if you don't want to overshare, or you don't want everyone to know everything about you, that's okay. But know that, in some of the clips we saw, that it's okay if you do. It's okay if you do share, and because there's a huge chance that people will love you and receive you and support you. Always just easily scan the QR code that you see on the screen. It'll take you to our website, NoStigmas.org, where you can fill out a quick contact form, check a couple boxes, and let us know what you're interested in learning more about. The workshops are an absolutely fantastic first start. So before we go, don't forget that if you feel so inclined to support the work at No Stigmas, please visit NoStigmas.org/donate.
Right here.
Over there. And also, if it's easier for you to give, you can give through Amazon when you're doing your Amazon purchases, or on PayPal, or Facebook, or Instagram. You can visit our link tree. That's linktree at NoStigmas, and it's spelled linktr.ee. Linktree at No Stigmas. We really hope that you enjoyed our personal stories, our lived experience. Hopefully it inspired you, helped you, gave you some light. Thank you so much for being with us. Maggie, any final words?
Happy Mental Health Action Day!
Yay! Take action, and don't forget, action can be sharing your story. Action can be taking a workshop. Action can be donating. Action can be just sitting at the kitchen table talking to family about something uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you all. Be well, be safe, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.